Just like
Okay, I'm ready now. I was
okay.
trying to live stream it so I can easily send the recording. So today we will focus on some sounds that would help
Okay.
us speak better. And the first sound we'll talk about is the sure sound. The sure sound is an unstressed sound. An unstressed sound means a sound that you do not need energy to articulate. When we talk about English vowel sounds, aside from the long sounds and the short sounds, we also have some sounds that we need to open our mouth widely to articulate. We call them the open sound. An example, let me share my video. An example is ah.
Okay.
The ah sound. I need to open my mouth wide to articulate it correctly. So we say that is an open sound. We also have another type of sound that is a mid sound. A mid sound is a kind of sound that we open our mouth half open. It is not wide opened and it is not closed. So we say it's a mid sound.
Mid
Mouth,
sound.
yes, M-I-D, mid. So an example of a mid sound is this sound. This is a mid sound, a sound that you don't need to open your mouth too wide to articulate it, just open it a bit. And it is articulated ah, ah. The first sound I talked about, which is an open sound, is this one. It is articulated ah. My mouth has to be wide open. For this one, my mouth should be opened a bit. Then we have the last set of sound, have the closed sound. The closed sounds are the sounds that you should not open your mouth wide. Just open your mouth a bit. And this right here is an example of a closed sound. So if you check my mouth, you realize that here it is wide opened. Here it is just opened a bit, half open. And here it is not open at all. So this sound here is the sure sound we're talking about. This one.
Okay.
So again, the sure sound is an unstressed sound. An unstressed sound is a sound that you do not need energy to articulate. Also, you do not open your mouth to articulate it because it is a closed sound. So the key thing to pay attention to when it comes to the sure sound is that your speech organs should be relaxed. So your lips, your tongue, your jaw should all be in a relaxed position. So it is like a mumbling sound, like a sound that you make sometimes unconsciously. Or maybe when you're eating and you've had enough, just say the sound. Now, the sure sound is the most significant sound, the most common vowel sounds in English. And that is because all vowel letters can make the sure sound. So when we have letter A, letter E, letter I, letter O, letter U, even letter Y. When we have such letters in an unstressed position, any of them can make a sure sound. So what do I mean by an unstressed position? When you have an English word that has more than one syllable, once the word has more than one syllable, then the word would have what we have called the stressed syllable and the unstressed syllable.
Okay.
So say, for example, I have the word man. Man has one syllable. But once I had another syllable to this, perhaps I have the word manner. Manner now has two syllables. So because manner has two syllables, accordingly, one of the syllables should be stressed. It means that one of the syllables should be said with energy. You need to say it louder, longer, and clearer. While the other syllable should not be said louder, should not be said longer, it should not be said clearer. So for this word manner, according to stress rules, because manner has two syllables, and because it is a noun, we are expected to stress the first syllable, man. Now the second syllable are not stressed, it is an unstressed syllable. So any vowel that we have in that unstressed syllable most times becomes a sure. So if I want to transcribe the word manner, manner will be transcribed this way. A, manner. The E and R here will become a sure. The E and R here will become a sure. That is because this syllable is in an unstressed position. We are not stressing that syllable. So any vowel that we have there should be articulated as a sure. Do you understand it, ma'am?
Yes.
This is why we call the sure unstressed sound. It's a weak sound. We don't need energy to articulate it. We have to make sure that all our mouth organs are in relaxed position. So let's take other examples. Some other examples that we could have is the word about. 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 The word has two syllables. So because it has two syllables, we say that and bout. This word has two syllables, and according to stress rules, when a word has two syllables and the word is a preposition, about is an example of a preposition, we should stress the second syllable. So it means that bout is the syllable that we are stressing. Now, the other syllable that we are not stressing becomes the unstressed syllable. And remember, once we have an unstressed syllable, the vowel should be articulated as a sure. So the letter A here, instead of me to say about, I have to change the letter A here to sure. It becomes about, about, instead of about. Naturally, letter A is supposed to make the A sound, the open sound. But because letter A is an unstressed sure in this word, we have to reduce it to a sure. Remember the sure. Make sure all your speech organs are in an unstressed position and simply say, don't open your mouth. About, 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 instead of about. The next example that we have the word
about.
The word has two syllables. Teacher. So the word has two syllables. And because it is a noun, just like in manner, manner has two syllables and it is a noun. So because it is a noun, we should stress the first syllable. Now we have teacher. Teacher also has two syllables and it is a noun. So because it is a noun, we should stress the first syllable. So we're stressing T. So in the second syllable, cher, the vowel here, the E and R, just like we had in manner, would change to a schwa. So we will not say teacher. We should not open our mouth wide. Instead, cher, cher, teacher.
Teacher.
Well, now the next word we have, computer.
Computer.
So the word computer has three syllables. We call three-syllable words trisyllabic words. So when we have a three-syllable word rather, that ends in E and R, the rule says that the syllable before the E and R should be stressed. So words that have three syllables and ends in ER, we usually stress the syllable before the ER. So I can have the word director. Okay, director ends in OR. I'm trying to think of another word that ends in ER. So for such word, manager. So for the word computer, we are stressing the second syllable, pew. So it means that there are two syllables that we are not stressing. We are not stressing com, and we are not stressing ter. So the vowels in those two syllables will be reduced to a schwa. So that's why we have a schwa here, come. We also have another schwa here, ter, because we are not stressing those two syllables. The only syllable we are stressing is pew. That is why we have the stress mark. This is called a stress mark. This small comma here. We would always have it at the beginning of the syllable you're stressing. So any other syllable that you are not stressing, most times, not all the times, the vowels in such syllables change into a schwa. Compute. So if I want to pronounce this word, the first syllable and the last syllable, I have to be in a relaxed position. I should not open my mouth to pronounce them. Computer, computer.
Computer.
Then we still have another word, banana. Banana. In the word banana, the rule says that some trisyllabic words are naturally stressed on their second syllable. So the word banana falls under that rule that says that some trisyllabic words are naturally on their first syllable. There is no particular reason, on their second syllable rather. There is no particular reason why we are stressing this word on its second syllable. It's just like that. It is not because it ends in an A or because it's not an A. So there are just some words that there are no particular reason why they follow a certain rule. So one of them is the word banana. Another one is the word consistent, tomato, deposit. These are examples of words that are stressed. Deposit.
Deposit.
You need to deposit the money. Deposit.
Deposit.
Yes. So these are examples of words that are stressed on their second syllable. So because we are stressing the second syllable now, the first syllable and the last syllable, their vowels become schwas. B, na, n. Banana. Banana.
Banana. This is the last syllable.
Yes.
Sure.
So let's go through the words. Please say after me.
Okay.
About.
About.
Teacher.
Teacher.
Computer.
Computer.
Banana.
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 Banana. Banana.
We have about, teacher, computer. We have lots of other words like that. Here are more examples. Here are more examples of words ending in two syllables. So we have the word salad. Salad. Salad has two syllables. It's a noun, so we should stress the first syllable. Salad. Salad. Elephant. Elephant. Elephant is stressed on the first syllable. So the first E is the stressed sound. So any other vowels that we have should be articulated as a schwa. Elephant. Cousin. Cousin. The S in this sounds like a Z. Cousin. Zin. Lemon. The letter O here does not sound O. It's not lemon. Not lemon. It's lemon. Lemon.
Lemon.
Yes, lemon. Upon. In this word, we are stressing the second syllable. We're stressing the second syllable here. So the first syllable should be articulated as a schwa. Upon. Syringe. Syringe.
Syringe.
So the Y here makes the schwa sound syringe. Rhythm. Rhythm. Them. Rhythm. So there's a vowel sound here, even though there is no vowel letter in the spelling, THM. It doesn't act like there's any vowel letter there. But when we articulate it, there is a vowel sound. Rhythm. So please say after me.
Okay, reading.
Salad.
Salad.
Elephant.
Elephant.
Cousin.
Cousin.
Lemon.
Lemon.
Upon.
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 Syringe.
Syringe.
Rhythm.
Rhythm.
So can you try to make sentences with 3 out of these words? Any 3 of your choice, make simple sentences with them. Please pay attention to the schwa.
Okay. I'll prefer to have my rice with salad. I saw an elephant in the field.
Elephant.
Elephant. Elephant. I saw an elephant in the field.
On the field.
On the field. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
My cousin has 3 kids.
Okay, beautiful. So still on the schwa. The schwa can also be found in function words. Now in English, when we have a sentence is usually consists of function words and content words. Another name for function words is grammar words. So if I have a sentence like, my cousin has 3 kids. If I come to you and I say something like, cousin, 3 kids, you'd have an idea of what I'm saying. Cousin,
Yeah.
3 kids. That is because these words, they carry content, they carry meanings.
Yeah, yes.
But if I come to you and I just say my, has, you would not understand. You'll be like, has what? There is nothing there to show the content or the meaning of the sentence. So if I want to prove these words in this sentence, I would say that my is a function word or a grammar word because it doesn't carry any meaning.
Okay.
Cousin is a content word. It carries the meaning. It helps you to understand that I'm talking about my
Okay.
cousin, someone that has to do with me. Has is a function word. It doesn't carry meaning. Without the has, you'll still have an idea. You might not have a full understanding, but you'd have an idea of what I'm saying. Three is a content word as well. Kids is another content word. So in English language, our function words, the vowels in our function words can be
Position.
changed into shuas as well. So instead of saying has, I can say hers, my cousin hers, my cousin hers, hers. Instead of
Yes.
saying my, I can say my cousin. My here doesn't change to a shua, it changes to e. There are two types of vowel
My,
sounds that we can use in unstressed syllables. In fact, there are three of them, but the shua is the common one, and that's what we're talking about today. So in a sentence, when we have words that are function words, when we have function words in a sentence, these function words, when we want to read them, we try to reduce the energy in those words because the vowels there can be reduced into a shua or they can be reduced into any other weak sound. That is what helps our sentence to have that rhythm that our English is supposed to have. Unlike our native language where we speak flat, our English language is supposed to be rhythmic, like we're singing. So it means that if I want to read this sentence, when I get to
yeah.
my and his, my voice would not be loud, my voice would not be clear, my voice would not be loud, clear, long. My verse will not be long. But when I get to cousin, three, and kids, my voice will become louder, longer, and clearer. So it means that I'm going to stress these words because this is in a stressed position. This is in a stressed position. But the other function words, I will not stress them. They are in an unstressed position. So if I'm going to read the sentence, my voice will start low, then it goes up, then it comes low again, then it goes up and up. My cousin has three kids. My cousin, instead of my cousin, my cousin has three kids.
Have three
Instead of
kids.
my cousin has three kids. If I use the same energy for all these words, the sentence will be flat. The sentence will sound flat. My cousin has three kids. The sentence will be flat. It won't bring out that rhythmic or musical feature it's supposed to bring. But if I make my voice low at some point, up at some point, following the appropriate method, when I get to function words, my voice should be below because the vowels there would likely become a shua. Then when I get to the content words, my voice should not be low. My cousin has three kids
Yes.
instead of my cousin has three kids. So examples of function words, most words that act as function words, they are words like articles, like a, and, the. These kind of words, they are usually function words. Prepositions are function words, like above, behind. These are examples of function words. On, in, examples of function words. Auxiliary verbs are function words, like can, has, have, am, is. When you have such words in sentences, you need to know that the vowels there will be a schwa. So I would not just say, this is my phone. I would rather say, this is my phone. the is there, the is there. I need to reduce
My
my
phone.
voice. This is
Okay,
my
this is my
phone
phone.
instead of this is my phone. Instead of using the same energy for all the words and the sentences.
This is my phone.
So do you understand function words?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to write a simple sentence. You tell me the function words and the grammar words. Okay, so please tell me the function words and the content words in this sentence.
Okay. The content word here is it in this sentence here?
Sentence. Yes, this one. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Can you see the sentence? It is below
No.
my cousin has 3 kids. It's under my
Okay.
cousin kids.
Oh, sorry.
Have you
It's
seen it
not.
now?
It's not clear to me here.
Okay, let me write it again.
It's not clear.
I've written it again on the slide. I've written it on my slide.
Okay. Mine is the function word. It's a function word. Cousin,
No,
counted.
that's not a
Cousin.
sentence. That's not a sentence. The sentence is I am a good mother. We had already
Oh,
done my cousin as 3 kids together. So I
okay.
wrote another sentence. I'm a good mother.
I'm a good mother. Mother is the content.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I am is a function word.
Okay.
Good is a content word.
Yes.
A is function word.
Yes. Is that all?
That's the only sentence I can see here.
Okay.
I am
So
a good
please
mother.
read the sentence. Read the sentence using the method. Function words don't make it. Function words don't make it loud, long, and clear. Content words make them loud, long, and clear.
Okay. I am a good mother.
Okay, it's not am. Am is a function word. So the a should become a sure. It becomes
Um, um,
not am. I
I
I um
I
I um I
I
am a good
a good
mother.
I am a good mother.
That's fair. I am a good mother.
A good mother.
Okay, so let's take this reading. We have a reading to take. Now, all the letters written in bold, they make the sure sound. The letters in bold make the sure sound. The letters in bold make the sure sound. So we need to pay attention to the sure when we get to the letters in bold.
Okay.
So I'll read first. The about, my mouth is not open. The about town activity arc. My mouth is open here because the A here is not making the sure. Active. It is this I here that is making the sure. Activity was this make a sure as well. the S sounds like a Z, was an amazing, this is another sure, amazing adventure, another sure, adventure, an application, an application, an appointment, an, an attendant, were all, this makes a sure, and there's a vowel next to it. So I need letter R to link these two words together. Were all arranged. Hooray. This makes a sure as well. Because the next word starts with a vowel, I need letter R to link them. After instead of after a, becomes after a short arrival. This is a sure. This is another sure. Arrival. An analysis. An analysis. Sure here, sure here. Another sure of the apparatus. This is not apparatus. Apparatus began. The computer was a little finicky, but the teacher, so I have a sure here, I have a sure here, I have a sure here, but the teacher was able, the sure was able to help the bananas and potatoes were also, this is a sure. The next word start with a vowel, so I need the R to link them. Were also available. And afterwards, we went,
Afterwards.
we went away. After all, we went away. So I'll read it faster now.
Okay.
I'll read it faster now. The About Town activity was an amazing adventure. An application, an appointment, and an attendant were arranged. After a short arrival, an analysis of the apparatus began. The computer was a little finicky, but the teacher was able to help. The bananas and potatoes were also available, and afterwards we went away. So please try to read it. Pay attention to the sure. You can take it through, then you can.
Okay.
Yes,
the About Town. The About Town activity was an amazing adventure.
Go ahead, ma'am.
An application, an appointment, and an attendant were all arranged. After a short arrival, an analysis of the apparatus began. Apparatus began. Then the computer was a little finicky, but the teacher was able to help.
Was
able to help. The bananas are potatoes, and potatoes were also available. And afterwards, we went away.
Okay, can you read it faster?
The About Town activity was an amazing adventure. An application, an appointment, and an attendant were all arranged. After a short arrival and analysis of the apparatus began. Apparatus began. The computer was a little finicky, but the teacher was able to help. The bananas and potatoes were also available. Afterwards, we went away.
Oh, wow. That's good. So that's it about the shore. Now let's go to apparatus, Ray.
Apparatus.
And let's go to EX pronunciations.
Okay.
When we have E and X in a word at the beginning of a word.
That slide again. Please, I need to check something from it. Okay. A minute, please. Okay.
Okay.
Next slide, please.
So EX pronunciations. When we have E and X at the beginning of a word in English, there are ways we should articulate it. Normally, letter E sounds E. Normally. But then it can also make other sounds. Remember earlier I said that when it is in an unstressed syllable, it can change into a schwa. Now, sometimes letter E will not change into a schwa. Instead, it will change into the A sound. This is the A symbol. It looks like capital letter I. I mentioned earlier that there are different types of weak sound, but the schwa is the most common weak sound. So we are done talking about the schwa. So another weak sound that vowels usually change into when they are in their unstressed syllable is this sound, the A sound. A sound. Here is the sound on the IPA. It's coming up. This is the sound here. It looks like capital I, but it is not capital I. It is before the schwa. A. A. So when we have letter E in an unstressed syllable, it makes the A sound. A. But when we have letter E in a stressed syllable, it makes the S sound. So letter E can make different sounds. One is A. It makes the A sound when it is in a syllable. When it is in a syllable that we are not stressing, excuse me. But then it makes the S sound. This is the S symbol, just like small letter E. It makes the S sound when it is in a syllable that we are stressing. So when letter E is in a stressed position, a syllable that we can say loud, long, and clear, it sounds eh. Eh. But when it is in a we cannot stress, it makes the A sound. This is the A sound. So that is it about letter E. Now let's go to letter X. Now if letter X is followed by a vowel or a voiced consonant, the letter X should be articulated as guz. So when you spell a word and after your X, you have a vowel letter after it, then the X here should be articulated as guz, g, and z, guz. Also, if you have a voiced consonant sound, a voiced consonant sound is a sound that when you articulate it, you'll feel a vibration here. You feel a vibration on your vocal cord. This is a vocal cord. So when you articulate a sound and you can feel a vibration here, it means that the sound is a voiced sound. So if you have a voiced consonant sound after letter X, then letter X will also sound gz, gz. So examples, we have the word exam. It's not exam, it's A. The E sounds A because we are, the X sounds like a G and a Z. Exam, exam.
Exam.
The second word, the E is first, so it sounds A. The X, because we have a vowel letter after the X will sound G and Z. Exist.
Exist.
The last word, we have exhausted.
Exhausted.
This word, if you pronounce it, you won't hear the sound of the H because the H is silent. However, on stressed syllable, so it would sound A. So we have exhausted, exhausted, exhausted.
Exhausted.
So please say after me, exam.
Exam. Exam.
It's not exam.
Exam.
Exist.
Exist.
Exhausted.
Exhausted.
Now the second EX pronunciation, it says that if X is followed by a voiceless consonant, remember that a voiced consonant, you will feel a vibration here. Why for a voiceless consonant, you will not feel any vibration. For voiceless consonant, no vibration. For voiced consonant, there is vibration. So if you have a letter or a sound after X, and you articulate that sound and you can feel a vibration. For example, the sound is P. If you place your palm here, you will not feel vibration. P. There is no vibration, it's just a movement. So because there is no vibration, it means P is a voiceless consonant sound. So because we have a voiceless consonant sound after our X, the X will sound gus, K and S, K and S.
Spawn.
And back to letter E, still because letter E is not stressed in this word, it will sound A. So if I want to pronounce this word, I go expand. Ek is not expand, it's ek.
Expand. Expand.
The next word is pronounced extreme. Extreme.
Extreme.
The last one is pronounced exclude.
Exclude.
Yes, ma'am.
Exclude.
Exclude. So the rule is simple. Number one, find out is the E being stressed or not. If it is not stressed, it will sound A. A. Then the X after the E, is it followed by a voiced sound or a voiceless sound? If it is followed by a voiced sound, it will sound guz. If it is followed by a voiceless sound, it will sound ks. The third part of it, this one states that when letter E is in a stressed position, it sounds eh. So remember all the examples we have learned, the E there sounds a. That is because it is in an unstressed syllable. But now E is now in a stressed position. So the E will sound eh. So we have words like exercise, exercise. The E is, so it sounds eh. If you look at this word, the letter that we have after the vowel is a s. If you place your palm here, you can't feel a vibration. So because you can't feel the vibration, the X will sound kus. That's why we have exercise.
Exercise.
And
Exercise.
this word has two pronunciations. You can say exit and you can say exit. 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 Same with this word. I can say exile, I can say exile. And lastly, I have the word excellent. Excellent.
Excellent. Excellent.
All these words, the letter E, the first letter E, is in a stressed position. We are stressing it. That is why it is sounding instead of E. Now, sometimes, remember that if we are not stressing the E is supposed to sound A.
Excellent.
Like we saw in other examples. But in this word doesn't follow that rule. Even though we are not stressing the first E in this word, refuses to say A. Instead, it is saying E. Say it. Exfoliate. I need to buy an exfoliate soap, not an exfoliate soap. I need to buy an exfoliate soap. Exfoliate. No.
Excision. Excision.
Please.
Excision.
Do you understand, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Hold on, please.
Okay. Sounds. Exercise. Exercise. Exist. Exile. Exile.
So now, let's go through all the words. Please say after me. Exam.
Exam.
Exist.
Exist.
Exhausted.
Exhausted.
Expand.
Expand.
Extreme.
Extreme.
Exclude.
Exclude.
Exercise.
Exercise.
Exit.
Exit.
Excel.
Excel.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Exfoliate.
Exfoliate.
Okay. So now we have reading practice. For the reading practice as well, all the words, most of the words have EX.
Yes.
So I want you to read it. Pay attention to the one that sounds X, the one that sounds eggs, or the one that sounds X. I'll read first. The expert, expert decided to examine now. Examine the exterior of the building. He had to explain the exact process to the excited students that were expecting a detailed example now, not just an excerpt, not just an excerpt. The exercise was designed to exclude any excessive noise. The ex-president arrived for the exhibition, an extraordinary event. So I'll take it faster.
It's an event.
The experts decided to examine the exterior of the building. He had to explain the exact process to the excited student. They were expecting a detailed example, not just an excerpt. The exercise was designed to exclude any excessive noise. The ex-president arrived for the exhibition, an extraordinary event. Please read it, ma'am.
Okay. The experts decided to examine the exterior of the building. He had to explain the exact process to the excited students. They were expecting to detailed example, not just an excerpt, not just an excerpt. The exercise was designed to exclude any excessive noise.
Excessive. Yeah.
Any excessive noise. The ex-president arrived for the exhibition, an extraordinary event.
Very well.
Thank you.
That is a good try. So I want you to practice these two readings. The shower helps you to sound like someone who have mastered diction.
Okay.
Or the EX word give you that special pronunciation where everyone is pronouncing EX the same way, you are pronouncing it different. So it makes you unique in the crowd.
Yeah.
So do you have any question, ma'am?
Okay. Like this exists. Hello?
I'm with you, ma'am.
Okay. Trying to, okay. On
You're
this,
not clear with the pronunciation.
yeah, the pronunciation of this exam and exists. I'm not too clear.
Okay. So again, when you have a word and the E is in a position that you're not stressing, exam has two syllables, exam. So we're stressing the second syllable. That is why we have this stress mark here. We're stressing ZAM. So because we're not stressing the E, I want to break this down according to the spelling. This will be one syllable. This will be another syllable. So because I am not stressing this syllable, it will sound A. It will make this sound A. Now the X, because there is a vowel here, that is why the X is sounding guz, g and z, guz. So if I want to pronounce it, I'll go exam, exam.
Exam.
This way we saw this. We are not stressing this, so it sounds A. Sounds A. Because there's a vowel here, the X sounds guz. If I want to pronounce it, I'll go exist. Egg.
Exist. Exist.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Exhausted.
Now. Is it clear now?
Yes, yes. Thank you. It's clear now.
Okay, ma'am. Do you have any other question?
Oh, man, no. It's for me to practice.
Okay.
Okay, I have my personal question here.
Okay, ma'am. Please ask.
Okay, it's actually about on the 27th of this month, that's next week, Thursday,
Okay, ma'am.
I'm going to be having a panel session in my office,
Okay, ma'am.
celebration of the Women's Day, International Women's Day.
Okay, ma'am.
So I'll be among the panelists.
Okay, ma'am.
So the question is, let me quickly, sorry, going to go. So I'm trying to get the question.
Okay, ma'am.
Mhm. Okay, I'm there.
Okay, ma'am.
The question is, it said the panel question will revolve around your journey as a woman,
Okay.
the challenges you have faced, and how you navigated them to become what you are today.
Okay.
We'd also like to hear about other businesses you are involved in
Okay.
outside of real estate.
Okay.
This shows the enterprising nature of a woman and also the power of collaboration with
Okay.
other women to build that women supporting women isn't just a glitch, but a reality that can happen
Okay.
even in the real estate industry.
Okay.
That's the question. I can drop it on your WhatsApp.
Okay. That's fine. But I think it's just like they said, it's more of talking from experience.
Okay.
First, there are general tips that helps with being a panelist. First is
Okay.
to listen actively. You want to pay attention to the moderator and other panelists.
Oh,
Sometimes the moderator would ask the same questions to all the panelists, just in different ways, tailored to what you are doing. So you want to listen to what others have said, even if you're the first speaker, because at the end of normal panel sessions, at the end of each panel session,
mm,
whether you're the first or the last speaker, you still have another opportunity to emphasize what someone else has said on the panels and to maybe give
yeah.
your last word or something like that. So it's always important to listen actively to both the panelists and other panel speakers. They could give you ideas. That's number
Okay.
one. Number two is see it as a personal thing. It is
Mm,
an opportunity for you to shine. Because you're all women on the panel, let's assume there might be a man, doesn't mean
mm,
that you have to say what the other person has said. Remember,
yeah.
you're sharing from your own journey. We all have different journeys.
Yes.
So see it as a personal thing, but
Mm,
it is very, very important to prepare. You could ask for the exact questions they would ask you on that day. That can be provided. That would make the whole thing easier for you. But if that cannot be provided, you could just put you could send me that question what you have just read. I could help you put together likely questions. It might not be the same questions, but these likely questions, if you can get answers to them, it will prepare
mm,
you ahead to know how to answer such questions. Because most of the questions they'll be asking will be around what happened to you. It's just like you're sharing your life story. So there won't be
yeah.
questions you need to think too much about.
Mm,
But you can ask ahead to help you prepare well. Some people would release it, some people will not release it. If they release it, fine. If they don't release it, you can reach out to me. I can help you put together likely questions, just something to help you prepare and know
oh,
the areas you would like to expose. Because of course, it's not all areas of our life we are comfortable bringing out.
oh,
Another thing would be to make sure that you understand the question they are asking you before you
Okay.
answer. While you're doing
Mm.
that, please use body language. Maintain good posture. If you're seated, sit nicely. Remember, the cameras
Mm.
will be everywhere. Smile.
Yeah.
When you're talking about something that makes you happy, let's see it on your face. You're talking about something you remember that didn't really go well, let's see it on your face.
Mm.
And of course, use natural gesture. Don't overuse your hands. When do you need to use it, use it. When you're not using it, keep them on your laps nicely and all. Then don't
Mm.
use big words. Another is your diction. Don't force it. That's why if I were you, from today till that day, I'll start using my diction naturally. So that on that day it comes naturally. I don't sound fake. It comes
Oh,
like who I am. Because on that day, if
okay.
you're sounding different, people that knows you will feel like there's something wrong. Some people might not
Mm.
even know you, but they can hear the fact that it's not a part of you in your voice. So it's either you stay
Mm.
committed to using your diction henceforth, or you just leave it out on that day so that you don't have to mispronounce words and all.
Okay.
Then after the panel, thank the moderators, thank the organizers, and
Mm.
of course, leave your parting words. So if I were you, what I would do is I'll share genuine experience. So if I'm
Mm.
talking about my journey as a woman, I'll basically share my story, how it started. What was the
Okay.
first thing I've done before I even got into real estate at all? What were the things I've done? How did they prepare me for real estate? And now that I'm in real estate, is there any other businesses I'm doing? Be
Mm.
vulnerable, share your mistakes, share your wins, and all. And highlight those turning points. At those points where you were victorious, what did you do differently? What helped you? So for every story you're sharing, at the end, let there be a particular lesson you want your audience to learn. It could
Okay.
be lessons that people don't pay attention to. It could be maybe being prayerful. It could even be going out, connecting with people, networking, just whatever works for you. You don't have to say the same thing the other person have said. And if that is what the other person have said and it was the same that worked for you, say it in a way that makes it true. Like say it from the angle of story. I think storytelling is the best thing here because you're talking about your
Yeah.
journey. So share the story, let them see. Don't just say, I was always prayerful, I was committed to learning. Share the journey. Share how you
Mm.
were committed to learning, how much courses you have enrolled for. So let them really know that's not just about going on Facebook and watching YouTube videos. That sometimes you need to part with your money. There's nights that you even pay for courses and you'll be scammed. Those are don't be shy to make it relatable. That makes you human. Show your human side. And the truth is, audience love it when you really show your human side. It makes them see you like someone they can approach and talk to.
Okay.
Yes. Then about the collaboration of women, there are
Mm.
lots of videos that you can watch around that online. But then still yet, it is all about what works for you. It's all about
Yes.
what works. As much as women support women, you must have had experiences where it doesn't seem like they were supporting you. So don't be
Yeah.
scared to share such stories as well. You might not want to mention name, that is fine for your own safety and all, because it's now a social media world. You never can know where the videos will get to. So if it's something
Yeah.
you're not comfortable with, you can steer out of mentioning names or communities that you think might be affected in the long run. But of course, let them understand that yes, you have collaborated with few women. Some were
Mm.
successful, some were not successful. Those that were successful, what made it successful, and
Mm.
all of those. So I think it's more about sharing your stories. It is just
Yeah.
about sharing your stories. Use storytelling, then offer practical advice. That is why for each story you have mentioned, you might have to share different stories. Your stories might have to come from when you have not even gone into real estate at all. There must have been few things you have done that you have got some skills to prepare you that you're now
Mm.
using in real estate. And now that you're in real estate, who are those that are supporting you? Do you have more women than men, or do you have just few women? What are you doing? So for each stories you're sharing, let that be morals. That way you're offering practical advice. You're offering practical advice. You're offering practical advice. I think that's all. So it's not something you need to cram. It's just something you need to it is, we had talked about mind mapping already. Use mind mapping for it. Try to get
Mm.
questions. But if they can't provide you with questions, you can just send that exact what you read out. I can Maybe put together likelihood questions. It might not be the same question they would ask you, but these questions would help you to prepare. Just like when you're going for a TV show, most times they don't give you the questions. But if you can at least think about things that they might ask, it helps you prepare. And for this kind of talk, you don't really need to define or talk from the Bible or excuse me, you don't need to talk from the dictionary or you don't need to define what collaboration is. You don't need to define what real estate is because most of your audience, they are things they're already in the field. They just want to learn from you.
Yes.
So I think that's all. And the diction part, start practicing so you don't sound fake on that day, please. Very important.
Thanks.
Yeah. And you should also ask for the timing. I think they usually give each panelist time. They could say you have just 10 minutes, 20 minutes, so that you don't want to say something of like 50 minutes. And by the time they tell you that your time is over, you have not even said anything that makes sense. So you must know the timing so that you can plan yourself well on the first thing to say, so that whatever minute they have given you, you're saying something that makes sense.
Okay. Okay. Hello? Hello.
Is that all, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. So we'll meet tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay,
Same.
ma'am.
11 a.m.
It's supposed to be 11 a.m., but I'll get back to you. There's a change of time.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I'll send the link to the replay to you so you can help me forward it to Madam Modasola.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank
Thank you, ma'am.